I got my hands on the new Samsung Z Fold 3 at the Samsung showroom, and these are my first impressions. The first big update with this year model is the S Pen support. It's the first foldable phone with S Pen support, and it's especially important this year because there won't be a Note 21. If you want a new phone with the S Pen, this is your only option. I've been using the Note 20 Ultra since it was released, so I'm very familiar with the S Pen, and using it on the Fold 3, I can tell you it's the same thing. Well, technically, Samsung claims it's even better, something like 20% more responsive, but to the naked eye, it was perfect before and it's perfect now. So don't think you are getting a half-baked version of the S Pen, it's the experience you are already used to in a much bigger display. Samsung did it. They brought the S Pen to the Fold with no compromises. Well, other than it not being stored inside the phone. It will be like the S21, they'll sell a special case to keep the pen. Sure, it will make it a little more bulky, but on a phone this expensive, you'll probably want it in a case anyway. And the fact that it isn't stored in the phone allows it to be bigger like a regular pen, and not like that tiny toothpick that is the normal Note S Pen. So all in all, I take this as a win. The writing is super responsive thanks to the 120Hz refresh rate, and you can't feel the crease at all when writing, which was one of my fears. It's just a huge, uninterrupted panel, much more suited to take notes than even the Note series. The next big new feature is the under-display camera. This is very early tech, really cutting-edge stuff. But the problem with early tech is that it's really far from perfect. And seeing this in person didn't impress me too much. I had seen other reviewers saying that it looks much worse on camera and in person it isn't that bad, so I got my hopes maybe a little too high. The truth is that it's as bad in person as you're seeing in the video right now. You can clearly see the holes between the pixels. The moment you open the phone for the first time, it really sticks out. Especially because the screen looks perfect, but then when you get to that area, it looks like you have a defective screen. So it's better than having literally a black circle on the screen, but it feels like they sprinkled a couple pixels on top of the hole punch and called it a day. The hole is still clearly there, just a bit more concealed. Now, the camera quality. I've seen a lot of people talking crap about the quality, and honestly, it isn't that bad. You have to think that this is only for video calls on the big screen that will get super compressed and look like crap regardless of what camera you're using. So with this in mind, the quality is more than enough. If you really care about selfie quality, you can use the camera on the front screen, or better yet, use the main cameras as a selfie camera. Seriously, it's not like this phone has a lack of cameras. And if you really want the best quality, you should use the main cameras, even if this were a selfie camera comparable to the S21. People shit on the under-display camera as if you didn't have any other options that you should be using regardless. So yeah, the quality is completely acceptable for what it's meant to do, and that is video calls. Another big upgrade is that the new Fold 3 and Flip 3 are water resistant. Not that you would want to submerge it in water, but in case of an accident, the phone will be fine. There are 3 colors available. This matte black, which I'll take over last year's glossy fingerprint magnet, a silver, which I can confirm it's silver. The promotional images always show the silver model with a pink tone, but that's because it has this cool chrome look and it's super reflective, but I can confirm it's really silver. The last color is this dark green, which is super similar to the black model. Seriously, even side by side, they look identical in some angles. The hinge seems to have a smaller gap this year too. Last year they were cheating by having these oversized bezels, but the Fold 3 doesn't have that and looks really flush. What I noticed is new as well is finally, for the first time ever, you can control all cameras in Pro Video mode, but only in video. When you swap to Pro Photo, you lose control of the telephoto. Seriously, Pro mode is a mess and it really shouldn't. So many options that get grayed out for obscure reasons. Like, I get that you can only shoot 60 FPS with the main sensor. The other sensors cannot shoot at 60 FPS, I get that. But why is the color calibration profile only available at HD 30 FPS? What is it about controlling the saturation and highlights that can't be done at any other resolution or FPS? And then the photo mode too. Why can you control the telephoto lens in Pro Video but not in Pro Photo? I don't get what's so hard about giving full control over the cameras. But anyway, that's it for today. These are just some of the things I wanted to test myself and not take the word of someone who literally got paid by Samsung to review it. And hopefully, these are things you are wondering as well. I'll try to make a full review when the phone is released, and that's it. My name is Drew Hunter, thank you for watching and have a great day.